Okay. Whoa.
I was surprised too.
That was a nice start. Welcome back to Rich Words Music, everybody. I'm still at 42 Gear Street 6, and I'm still with Carsten Stepanowicz.
Hello.
We don't seem to be separated in this room. I've never made a video in this room that you haven't been in, I don't think.
That's great.
Which is weird.
Twins in Studio A.
Yeah, exactly. I like it. And today we're going on a twin journey of discovery together.
Exactly.
Because we're checking out some products by Orange, which might not necessarily be brand new, but they're new to us. And if you watch my channel, and you never watch any other channels ever, they may also be new to you because, well, I've never tested any of them. Behind us there in the rack is the Orange Rockerverb MKIII Mark III amplifier, a made in England beast of an amp, which you've just heard. And we've got two pedals on the desk here as well. We've got the Getaway Driver overdrive, which is a 70s flavoured overdrive, like a 70s Orange amp or something like that, a Class A amplifier. And we've got the Fur Coat, which is a mad octave fuzz pedal as well. So we're going to check them all out, play some stuff, and just see what happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Do you know what that guitar is?
It's an Ibanez RG5... Well, I don't want to say anything wrong. 555? I have no idea.
Yeah.
Last year they had this sheet of info on the back.
Stuck to the back of the
That was
guitars
smart.
very cleverly. This year they sent us an email to a link on their website.
Yeah.
Like a secret link, not just a public link.
Right.
Where they had info sheets for every
But
guitar.
unfortunately,
But
I haven't checked it entirely. So.
no, I did for another video, but anyway, we'll put a link in the description to this guitar so you can check it, because this is a new model. So there you go. Now, when it comes to Orange amps, are you familiar with them that
Absolutely
much?
not.
No,
Absolutely
me neither
not.
at all, really. So
No.
this is really the first time for me. And even in terms of players who play those amplifiers, like, who are the main people with whom you would associate the Orange brand? Like,
So it's absolutely not a heavy metal amplifier, I guess. I've never seen one of my heroes playing them. Maybe I'm wrong here, but
Yeah.
I would more think that this is some for the post-grunge, post-metal guys
yeah, you
out
reckon?
there.
I've always associated Orange a lot with hard rock and with classic rock as well.
Yeah.
But these days, I associate Orange with Glenn Hughes, who actually has a purple bass amp with them these days.
he plays
Yeah,
Orange,
that's a
okay.
very recent thing. But I think loads of musicians have used Orange over the decades.
Absolutely.
And we're probably, please list Orange artists who play their amps there, so we can learn a bit more about them. Because from what I've heard in these last couple of minutes, it sounds great.
Yeah.
And there is another new Orange amplifier here, the Orianthi Signature
Yes.
Rockerverb,
Yeah.
which is very similar to the standard Rockerverb, but with added mids and a neodymium speaker in the combo to make it lighter. Yep.
I tried this amp 2 days ago. Awesome.
So did I. Very, very cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, I didn't even know that Orianthi was an Orange player. I have to admit that as well.
I didn't know that either.
Yeah. So there we go. Anyway, come and join us now as we step into the world of Orange tone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's go.
Yes.
Ready?
Yeah. We're on the clean channel of the Rockerverb. I'm just going to waddle over to it right now, just so I can read you the settings. But with Orange amps, if you're not that familiar with it, it's actually kind of a little bit tricky to read the dials, because they don't have your standard kind of bass, middle and treble knobs. They have a series of cool little graphics. Have you seen these, Carsten?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, they're kind of cool. Now this, I think, is the clean channel over here, denoted by the soft waveform there. We've got a volume control, a high and a low, I would assume.
Yeah.
Very
So
good.
arrow up might be the highs, and arrow down
Yeah,
means
bass and treble.
Bass and
That's
treble.
what I'm
Yeah. So
assuming.
that's simple. Okay.
Yeah.
Even I get this. So
Yeah,
that's
exactly. That's the clean channel. Here we have the gainy channel, where we've got a volume control. Yeah, this must be treble, mids,
mids.
and
bass.
bass, and this will be gain. And
Yeah.
over here we have a master section, master volume, and a master spring reverb. And we've been informed that there is a proper actual spring reverb in this amp. Okay.
Okay. Sorry, I fell asleep.
So that's, well, yeah, many people do. But there you go. So we're on the clean channel of the amp, and the treble and the bass are at about 1 o'clock, and the volume is in the middle. So let's hear how that sounds with the Ibanez. You know, the first thing that I noticed on this is that actually, twisting the knobs, it's not like a smooth sort of stepless twist. There are notches to it.
There are notches?
It's really interesting. So I went a couple of notches up and down on the bass and the treble while you were playing, and they're very powerful controls, which I quite like. But that sounded really sweet.
Yeah.
Again, like, not reinforcing what I expected from the Rockerverb, but I think most people are probably buying it primarily for the second channel, the gain channel. And we're going to switch to that just to demo it before we go back to the clean channel and
Good
use
idea.
the pedals. But I got to work out how to do that, and I'm thinking there's a switch over here that lets me do it. There we go.
Yep.
That was fun, and that sounded really, really good.
That was fun.
I enjoyed that a lot. So now I'm running back, and, well, should we start playing with the pedals a little bit?
Yeah, let's go ahead. Are we in the clean channel again? Yeah.
We're back to
Yeah,
the clean channel,
perfect.
because we've been told that these pedals work great into this kind of clean channel.
Exactly.
Although, it was the representative from Orange who told us that, so...
Let's go for the clean channel first, and then let's check it on the gain channel, maybe?
Yeah, exactly. Why not? So should we start with the fuzz or the getaway driver? What do you want to do?
Let's start with the getaway driver, please.
Yes. Like I said before, it's like a 70s orangey sort of an amp, so
Yeah.
classic to heavy hard rock. Again, by the way, I was surprised by the dirty channel on that amp. It was cleaner than I expected.
Cleaner?
I mean, it does the dirt as well,
Yeah.
but it went down and did some real nice kind of pushed clean tones, I
Right.
thought. But anyway,
Great
everything on
range.
12 o'clock, volume, bite, and gain.
Wow.
Bite, I suppose, is the tone control.
Yeah.
And, well, let's hear it.
Classic rock tones.
It just works. It's very simple. I like the bite control. It gives you a lot of kind of scooping and sculpting capabilities.
Sculpting?
Yeah, really,
Yeah.
really nice. A lot of gain in that pedal. It gets into like, when you up the gain quite a lot, it's not like super modern high gain by any means. Of course, it's voiced after a 70s amp, but it sort of does that imploding into itself sort of thing, which I really, really like.
Yeah.
So that's good. Your thoughts?
Where are we with the bite control? Is it?
I've got everything at about 1 o'clock.
1
right now.
o'clock.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I like the gain structure. It
Yeah.
reminds me of all right now, instantly. So free, kind of a little bit more distortion, of course, but a modern version of a free, all right now rock tone, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Let's hear that, something like that again.
Yeah, the bike control seems to be very effective. Right?
It really works for that.
Yeah.
I reckon you could get like a bunch of different musical genres out of this. I wonder why they call it the Getaway Driver.
Yeah, with what are they trying to get away with?
What are they trying to get away from?
From?
It looks scary either way, but this is a pretty cool pedal. Do you know what these cost by any chance? Because I've got no idea
about the price tag either.
No,
Sorry.
me neither. You know, these have been out for a few years and they've been totally kind of off my radar. In fact, I think they may have been even at a previous Gear Street event, if I'm not totally mistaken. And I just didn't get the chance to play them. But I really like this.
Yeah.
It feels good too. The knobs feel good to turn. And it's just nice. Should we do the fuzz instead?
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, all right. Now, this is an octave fuzz. We've got 4 controls: volume, fuzz, EQ, and octave, and 2 foot switches for octave and fuzz. And this is, well, it's a 70s octave fuzz based on a, what did Charlie say? A Foxx Tone Machine or something like that?
Let's go with that.
Yeah.
Foxx Tone Machine.
A Foxx Tone Machine, if that is indeed a pedal, it's based on that. So, we'll go from clean, everything at 12 o'clock, and see what we get.
That's cool. Let's do some Foxy late.
Yep. That's pretty unhinged. Are you much of a fuzz guy? Generally?
Totally not. I'm totally not. But
you sound
fun.
like you are.
Yeah.
That is super cool. It's a really like aggressive fuzz pedal, that's for sure.
For some reason, I have no idea what I'm doing, but as soon as I hear this sound, it inspires me exactly to do stuff like this. So.
Yeah. Are you into any sort of players who use fuzz a lot, or is that?
Well, of course, Jimi Hendrix.
Oh yeah, that guy.
But yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Other than that.
I was going to say, because normally you're playing 80s hard rock stuff, and it's all about
tight distortion.
Tight amp distortion.
Exactly.
Right? Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
So with this, I assume it can turn any kind of neutral clean channel into like this snarling beast, and those octaves are really, really mean. Like at some points on the fretboard, when you've got the octave down quite low, you don't notice it that much, but especially when you go up past the 12th fret and start doing leads, you really start to notice it.
Yeah.
You want to try that now?
Yeah.
It's a really interesting pedal. Could you imagine using it for the kind of stuff that you do, or would it be like it's so different in sound that it would take some integration into
Maybe
your rig?
if we do it in the studio for a different flavor in a solo.
Yeah.
Live, I'm not so sure about it, but maybe for a side project that we're about to start next week.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Our fuzz band.
Oh, I look forward to that. I love fuzz. Have we talked about this already at Gear Street? But I hated fuzz for a very long time. Maybe hate is a strong word. I disliked it because when I was a young boy, well, an adolescent, I purchased a big muff, like one of the black pie ones that came in like a wooden box.
Yeah.
I don't know if this means anything to you, but I'm telling the story now, so you've got to listen. And I bought that, and I expected it to make me sound like Green Day and Rage Against the Machine, and it did not do that. And that made me, for whatever reason, sort of dislike the whole fuzz thing and the muff thing for ages, for decades. And a couple of years ago, I guess after watching too many YouTube videos, I started again, and now I'm sort of at the edge of this rabbit hole looking in to sort of start again with the fuzz, and it's glorious.
But how come that you expected the sound of Green Day and Rage Against the Machine on that pedal? Did somebody recommend that to you, or?
I don't know. I think it's a combination of things, but I also loved Nirvana, and it did do that. Okay, of course, but like, I also remember back in the day being terrified to go into music stores. I don't know if that was ever a thing for you as well.
Yeah.
But, like, there were always these like old dudes in there smoking back in the day as well, like they would,
yeah.
and they'd be like, "What do you want?" And I'm like, "I just want to, try some stuff and play some power chords." And that's put me off music stores to this day. To be totally honest with you, I'm terrified to play in music shops.
Oh, okay. No, that changed. That changed. I just go there and play my shreddy riffs, and then I would just try to be self-confident about it.
Yeah, that's something that's sort of lacking in my life. If I could shred like you, I'd go into music shops every single day.
You're such a beautiful guitar player. You have so many cool riffs that you can play that
yes.
I cannot play, so it's just a different style.
Yes, you're right, actually. But yeah, that's the feeling that I get when I go into music shops.
And my story was, I was like 8 or 9 years old. My parents just bought me my first electric guitar, and I had like a super crappy amplifier that would not distort at all.
Yeah.
So I wanted to buy a distortion pedal,
Yeah.
but I was 9 years old. I had no idea what the word was. So I didn't know we were talking about distortion.
Yeah.
So we went into this music store, and this old lady behind the desk said, "Oh, I absolutely know what you need." Guess what she handed me?
Wait, you asked for distortion?
Yeah. I said, like, I want to sound like all the rock stars do. Scorpions. Yeah, I think I said Scorpions.
What'd she give you?
A Boss Super Chorus.
It's close.
And I went home and I was so disappointed.
Yeah.
And same thing, I haven't used choruses for years.
Still to this day?
No, it changed now. But I was using phaser and flanger instead.
It's kind of crazy how those early experiences can really shape how we do things musically. Yeah, it's kind of mad. It's also like, it doesn't work for us actually because we're similar ages, but the era that you grow up in terms of guitar and guitar heroes defines how you're going to play later as well, I think.
Absolutely, yeah.
But like I said, it doesn't make sense in this regard because we're kind of the same age pretty much, aren't we? And I grew up with like grungy stuff and just making noise, and you grew up with hard rock.
Yeah, hard rock,
80s rock,
Scorpions
shred.
was... Yeah, shred. But
Spandex was always in your future.
I also like Nirvana and what's the Black Hole song band? Soundgarden, no, so sorry. but I never played their songs.
Yeah.
So for some reason I liked listening to it, but I never played it.
Yeah, okay. Well, interesting. But yeah, it's, always try out different pedals and test out as many as you can because, like, if someone tells you that you may or may not like something, well, they might be wrong. And you never know as well, because like we're playing through a Rockerverb here, but when you go home and you plug into your main amp, and I go home and plug into mine, these pedals are going to sound totally different too.
Absolutely.
So there you go. But anyway, let's go to the dirty channel of the amp.
Dirty channel, yeah.
And try again. I've moved this much in years. And with the Getaway Driver. That's a lot of gain.
Lots of stuff going on there.
That works. Didn't someone outside say that we could get like an HM2 sound out of one of these pedals?
Yeah.
Maybe with the dirty channel on the amp.
I think so.
Was that close to that? I'm not really that familiar with the HM2 sound.
Yeah.
But
The octave.
The octave is the one that sounds like an HM2.
Okay.
When we do what?
Just dime everything.
Ah! Sounds like a plan.
I think you need to buy a fuzz pedal.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that's what I would say.
I like that.
That was really,
That's
really
fun.
nice. Yeah.
It does the HM2 thing, kind of. I just
Yeah?
shot another video with Daniel from Lichtlärm Audio, and he showed me how to properly black metal, so I just learned these riffs from him.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, and he also told me that the thing about the HM2 is that you have this kind of weird bump at 1K, at 1000 hertz, and it apparently does the same
That's
thing.
maybe what this is doing. Yeah, well, it's definitely a brutal sound.
It is.
Yeah.
It's wild.
It is.
Uncontrollable.
It was almost uncontrollable at one point. Did you hear that I turned on the Getaway Driver?
Yeah.
And maxed that out as well?
Yeah.
Then it became really like just a cacophony of noise, which I guess is heaven for some people. So.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, it sounded great. I mean, for me personally, I think I prefer them on the clean channel because it's a tiny bit more restrained, but I would actually love to check this out with my setup at some point just to see how it works.
Same here. Yeah.
'Cause you know, fuzzes as well, depending on where they are in the signal chain, what you're running them into, what you're running them out of, you know, if they're first in the chain, if there's a buffer in front or whatever, this is going to sound different as well.
Okay, so you're way more experienced than I am when it comes to fuzzes. So where do I put my fuzz in the signal chain?
Well, most people would generally say the fuzz goes first.
Fuzz first.
Yeah, exactly. Like some fuzzes really don't play well with other pedals like in front of them or whatever. If you've got like a tuner or something, it might not sound good.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I mean, I'm speaking as someone who's read a bit about them recently, but like there are people here. Patrick, for example, the mad €1,000 two-component fuzz collector. He could tell you exactly about what to do there. But yeah, there's loads of YouTube fuzz channels where they'll tell you, and it's an expensive hobby, trust me.
It is.
Yeah. Yeah. Crazy. But anyway, we have 2 minutes left. So I'm going to outro us now because I need to go to the next video. 42 Gear Street 6 is not done yet. I want to thank Carsten, everybody, for being here today and for playing the Ibanez so fantastically into these orange beasts.
Always pleasure.
Never a chore, as we say. And I've been Rich. I hope you've enjoyed me presenting this video and running around for the amp for you. Thanks to Henning and everybody else involved in the running of 42 Gear Street 6 because it's been a great and smooth ran event the entire time, I would say. Check out everybody else involved at the links below and at the hashtag 42GS6 because there are so many videos that are going to be coming out with so much great new gear. But that's been it for today's video. I've been Rich, he's been Carsten, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye for now. Good.